Hey guys, this is Real Appalachia with Shane.
And Melody.
And today we're coming at you from
Christiansburg.
Yes, Christiansburg, Virginia.
Yes.
We're going to check it out. Neither one of us know this town very well, so we're going to figure it out, and you can just come along for the ride, if you will. We got
and
a
you
spot
can
for
leave
you
us
right in
some
the back.
comments.
Yeah, you get to ride and none of the freezing that we're doing right now.
That's exactly right.
So let's get on the road. What do you say?
All right.
An interesting thing to stumble right up on is the Lewis McHenry duel. And this it occurred in this town between Thomas Lewis and John McHenry in May of 1808. And it was actually the first duel with rifles known to have taken place in Virginia. It resulted in the death of both men. How weird is that?
Wow.
Dr. John Floyd, later governor of Virginia, a member of Congress, was the attending surgeon. So this affair contributed to the passage in January 1810 of the Barber Bill outlawing dueling in Virginia. So right here, somebody shot each other.
You can see the museum across the street there.
You can hear alarm going off, and siren.
And so this is the downtown.
And you can watch us get blown
away.
Well, we decided to start off weirdly.
Yeah. As you are making hand motions at me, but yeah. So this was the land that the Montgomery Female Academy was on, which was home of the Black Sisters.
Yes.
For a few years while they plagued the Christiansburg area. And we did a folklore video on the Black Sisters. So
one of my favorites.
I love it. Like, I just happened to stumble upon that story. I'd never heard it before. Shane had never heard it before, and we've went all in since then.
I know, it's like just skyrocketed up the favorite folklore
Yes,
stories.
it is. I mean, it's an amazing story. So if you want a more in-depth history of that, you can watch that. But just to give you a gist, it was 3 sisters that was running this female boarding school here in Christiansburg, and the town thought of them as witches. They dressed in all black all the time. They would wear heavy veils over their face. They avoided the townspeople. They would make late night trips to the cemetery where they would stand and make like chants, and
apparently destroyed my wheel.
maybe it was the curse of the Black Sisters.
Because there was nothing in the road, all of a sudden I had a pop.
There was something in the road. But anyway.
Well, they put it there.
They put it there.
Darn Black Sisters.
So there was also some shady stuff that went on, including the son of one of the sisters, so nephew of 2 of the others, actually died by fire in his bed one night.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
it's a gruesome way to go.
Yeah, so after the downfall of the Montgomery Female Academy, they moved to New Jersey, where they were actually charged with murder of another one's daughter, so the niece of the 2 others. And so, yeah.
So they had a pretty bad reputation is what you're telling me.
They have a very bad reputation, yeah. So, but yeah, that's the gist, and that is a pretty interesting piece of Christiansburg history.
And if you want to see more of that, it'll also be in our book upcoming, hopefully later this fall, if all goes well.
Yes, so go watch that video, look out for the book, and we'll show you the rest of Christiansburg here.
Yes, moving on from the Black Sisters, although it is a big piece of their history, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and we don't know a whole lot about Christiansburg otherwise, do we?
Well, I've been here except to eat a few times back when I was in college. That's about all I know about it. So.
Yeah. So it was originally named Hans Meadow after...
Apparently it's called Trump Town now, according to their sign.
Well, yeah, it sees that. I see that. But in the late 1600s, a Dutch priest named Friar Hans arrived in the region, and it was named Hans Meadow after him in the early 1700s. So, the town of Christiansburg later on, it was named after Colonel William Christian, who was an early settler of the region. Yes. And the town was established in 1792. It was 1 square mile.
1 square mile.
And now the population is at 21,000. So it's a bit bigger than I thought it was.
Gosh, yeah. A lot bigger than Radford, and that was pretty surprisingly big.
Mm-hmm.
Montgomery Museum is to our left right now, by the way.
Yes, and we wanted to go there, really bad. Check out some cool information, but they were closed by the time we got to town. So I like that building straight ahead, Antiques on Main. It's a cool looking building, isn't it?
Yeah, got the old sign up there.
So this is the county seat of Montgomery County.
And here's the sheriff's office. I hope we don't have any business to do there today.
Hopefully not.
With my driving, you never know.
I was going to say, with your running stop signs.
What?
We never know. There's a Simmons law firm.
No relation, I don't think.
There's Christiansburg Town Hall.
Yes.
Got a nice big town hall. Cabo fish taco truck.
Man. We may be making I don't like fish.
Yeah.
Is any other kind of taco, I could be persuaded.
I like some fish, but I don't know. Fish taco doesn't sound appealing to me. So, the Shawnee Indians were the original settlers of the area before the European people took over. However you want to word that.
No.
Always try to
Let's leave it out there ambiguous so that somebody else can describe it however they want to.
Exactly.
It's a transition.
Yes. So you're not very familiar with Christiansburg?
No, not at all.
Yeah,
Not
me
at all.
neither.
It's funny that it has this big a population too, and I know a lot of people that graduate from Virginia Tech end up here. And I don't know why that is, because Blacksburg, you'd think would have a lot going on, or you just stick around there, but no, it's ended up being a big draw.
I feel like there's not a lot of like historical places left to see here either, but like in reading about it, like George Washington had visited here. Yeah. Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett had both lived in the area. William and Clark of the Lewis and Clark expedition, he lived in Christiansburg a while. So there's a lot of cool places for you to not see, meaning like at the old log cabin thing setups, so
It's a government center to the right.
I kind of hate that there's like no even like historical marker signs about the Black Sisters or anything like that I've seen or
I know that's not something that some towns want to hype up, but to me
it is a draw.
It's a draw.
Yeah.
And anything that draws people to you, because we went in the library.
Yes.
And they would say, that book just stays checked out, and there's a lot of interest and demand in learning more about it, and that's it's history.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or ugly, it's part of the past.
It is.
And that's what we enjoy learning about.
That's exactly right. So, Christiansburg had a lot of growth in the early 1800s due to some industrial complexes rising up. The Gardner Zinc Mill and the Chrisman Mill, they brought in a lot of traffic to the area way back then. It also was along the Virginia-Tennessee Railroad line. So, like we say, these railroad towns kind of build up too.
Yeah, it always was a huge factor back in the day for a place growing up.
Yeah. So during the Civil War, Christiansburg was invaded several times by Union forces, and in 1864, the Union Army actually burned all of the Christiansburg depot structures except the passenger train. So it's kind of like Abingdon and those places along the railway, they were invaded during the Civil War, so they had to
trying
face
to disrupt transportation and all that.
Yeah.
Sometimes just pure old spite too, but wasn't always strategy.
Yeah, so the Latimer plantation, which once stood on the Christiansburg High School site, was used as Confederate headquarters, and there was a nearby Montgomery White Sulphur Springs resort, and it was utilized as a hospital from 1861 to 1965.
All right, we just went from downtown, right? You know where we're at now, don't you?
Uptown.
You know what they say about uptown, don't you?
I'm an uptown girl.
Uptown girl.
I knew you were going to sing that. Yeah. So another cool fact about Christiansburg, they had Christiansburg Institute, and guess who served as a superintendent there?
Do tell.
Booker T. Washington.
Wow.
So he was the superintendent of the Institute from 1896 until his death in 1915. How cool is that?
It's pretty awesome.
Yes.
That's a one to really be proud of.
Yeah, I know. I agree. So what are we going to see in the Uptown, Shane?
I don't know. Uptown Funk? I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe.
Uptown Funk you up.
So Mark Ronson, Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I hope so. If we get lucky, we will.
Yeah. Possibly so.
If not, we'll go back downtown. And you know what we see down there, don't you? Macklemore. Downtown, you don't want to be boy. No, you're thinking of the other one.
I was thinking of... No, I was thinking of... yeah, the other downtown. Yeah. I don't like that song, but yeah.
I don't either, but I don't like. So Uptown.
The Route 11, which I always love taking because I don't like interstates.
Yeah.
It was celebrated in Christiansburg, the completion.
So you have a special connection to that already, don't you?
Yes, so I love that. Woo! Somebody else was criticizing your driving, by the way, on...
It's all an optical illusion. Here's the thing.
He actually told me, guys, he told me that my stop sign perception was off.
Yeah.
That my eyes don't adjust well to him actually stopping.
Yeah, exactly. I stop and pause for approximately a second, usually sometimes more.
Well, it's supposed to be 3.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
3
You were supposed
seconds.
to stop for 3 seconds.
I dispute that one. If it's
Well.
3 seconds, then I'll get 100,000 tickets.
We got
inside.
any cops watching
We got a
here?
lot of cops watching. Believe me, I hear from them all the time. We got the cop watching us, people in the world who will set me straight, hopefully, and maybe I'll get on the straight and narrow.
Gosh.
Well, I finally got my, I can say it now, I guess. I got my tag renewed after being a year and a half past due. No, it was over a year
I'm
and a
very
half.
proud of you.
It was
for
due.
that.
It was due from June of 2021. So what's that made
my
it?
gosh.
Almost celebrated 2
I'm
years.
surprised they didn't arrest you on the spot.
You know what? I did have a police officer behind me.
Ooh.
I think that's what spooked me into getting it fixed.
So there was some fires in the downtown area, and maybe that's why we don't see as much historic stuff as what we normally like to see.
Well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
This is a more commercial area, it looks like. They do have a
Yeah.
little more strip mall type stuff.
Yep. Yep. They have a recreation center. It looks pretty nice. So I've heard of people living in Christiansburg that really like it.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people have moved here.
Mm-hmm. Christiansburg also has the New River Community College, and they have one of the last drive-in movie theaters.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's been open since the 50s.
That's really cool.
It is really cool. So, beautiful view.
Yeah, it is. Alrighty, well, here's more, getting more and more commercial as we go. Home Depot, Aldi.
Hobby Lobby,
Hobby Lobby,
Target.
So this is looking more like what you expect out of a
Bigger.
bustling town. Yeah.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to be coming up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We found it.
We did.
Wells Fargo, Super 8, Wendy's.
Looks like a pretty good place.
Yeah.
I think that we tend to go more with historic places, with little mom and pop kind of shops and small
Yeah.
businesses.
Well, it
But
suits
it
us.
still looks like a nice place. You can see why it's bustling.
Yeah, with all this going on, definitely
Yeah.
a lot more amenities for people that, want a lot of choices. And
Yeah,
I can see it.
yeah. Kind of like a little city.
Yeah. I'm surprised it's not a city, honestly. It's
Mm-hmm, me too.
probably on the cusp of getting to that level, I would
I
think.
think so.
Yeah, like you said, we tend to be attracted to the historic places, but this is part of it too,
Yeah. I mean, and we like to show everything that there is to Appalachia.
You know why? Because we're called Real Appalachia.
Because we're real Appalachia. Yeah,
We don't just show the good or the bad or the ugly.
that's right. We show it all.
We show it all.
And everybody likes different things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody scouting out a place to move, and
Yeah.
there's Corning. It's a pretty big little plant.
Corning. I was starting to say like the hens. That's Cornish.
Yeah. I was thinking like dishware, but don't even know if that is a dishware called Corning, so strike that from the book.
I don't know. It seems familiar. We're not fine china experts, but...
No. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed
So windy.
this video. I know it's like my mouth's frozen shut, and it's like my teeth. I don't know, man.
It said it was 50 degrees all day. We don't believe it.
Sub
No
50.
way.
I can believe 50 below.
It is very cold, yeah. But we hope that you guys enjoyed this video anyways, and leave us some comments and fill us in on Christiansburg. Give us a thumbs up, share, and subscribe.
Send us some warmth. Sure.
Yes.
We will see you
on down the road.